And we're live.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. Let's see who we've got here. Gwen. All right, let's see. We got the Broke Cowgirl Homestead, Hooga Farms. Blue's in the house. She's awake at whatever. Blue, we got a big thing coming up here Friday. U.S. England World Cup match. I don't know if we got a little side bet. That's there's a chance. England looks a little thin on that. We're soccer folks, so England looks thin. I've always supported England, and actually I've got a either 1992 or 1996 England World Cup jersey. I don't want to wear it ahead of time because then that's bad for the U.S. I don't know. So we'll see. So I'm glad you're awake and maybe with us. So good to see you, Gwen. Thank you for posting all the links. We really appreciate you. Good to see you that you're on here. Hopefully stuff's going good for you down there. Not getting too cold. Well, I shouldn't say that. You never know. You have to tell us what it is, how cold it is. We've been cold.
Yeah.
Fly, get out of here. Fly, you're supposed to be dead. I don't want to touch the screen because it'll be touch screen. We were 5 above yesterday or last night, and I'm not ready for that yet. But
I know.
We've got like 6 inches of snow. And hold on, we got this fly here. It's bugging me. There. He was lucky. We did have a freeze last week. Been rainy and cold. Well, we've been snowy and cold. We had yesterday like
20-mile-an-hour winds, and
it was like 14 or something.
Yeah, in the teens. Our girls just kind of stayed inside all day.
Yeah, they did not want to come out. So I don't know how you don't get cold down there, but how do your girls? They go from hot in the summer, which is more dangerous, to normal to cool. How do your girls react to that? Our girls, it seems like if it's windy, they're not coming out.
Yep.
If it's sunny and cold, they're out.
Yep. It's that sun. They can feel the warmth from the sun. It's just that wind is just, I'm sure with how small they are too, it just blows them around.
Wow. And when it's windy, they're over by the lilacs and you just see them kind of huddled and standing there, and they're all trying to line up so that someone else is blocking the wind from them. They don't want to be the wind block. I haven't seen them kind of rotate a bunch, but they kind of hang out behind.
They try to find a wind block of their own, and then
someone's got to stand kind of exposed with the lilacs blocking them. So let me see. It's cold. Yeah, I'd be staying in my coop if I was. It's just been uncomfortable, but it's just the first,
first cold of the season.
The first cold of the season for us, and it's last year we had a brown Christmas. I do like a white Christmas. I like snow and, have it look like a traditional Christmas for us Minnesotans. But
we can have that with 20 degrees and not 0.
But just not, and we haven't had a white Christmas we've had maybe one in the past 4 years. Then it starts snowing in early January. I
was just thinking about that last year. Weren't we having thunderstorms?
Right before Christmas. That's what ripped up all the garden fabric.
Yeah.
Remember that big storm came through?
Yep.
We had a storm come through right before Christmas, and all our garden fabric, we had snow, and it got up to like 65, and then this front came through with like 60 or 70 mile an hour winds. We were at a party.
We were bowling.
Oh, that's right. My grandson's birthday. We were at the birthday party, came back, and all our garden fabric had been ripped out of the ground and was thrown.
Well, and we all left early because there was like severe
thunderstorm warnings. That's right.
Yeah, it was crazy that night.
It's been a year. So ours too. our
Yep.
girl,
Mhm.
and that's what's we'll get into some of this, the chicken stuff, we're learning some new stuff with our new girls this year. They're the new girls are passing on behaviors to the older gals, and they're tucking their head, they're fluffing their feathers. And Christine, well, let me put that up. Christine, yes, we're from Minnesota. Can you tell by how we're talking? We're southwest of the metro, about 40, 50 miles, 40 miles from
Yep.
Twin Cities. So, yep, we're Minnesotans. We're from Minnesota, yeah. Gwen, we're and speaking of Minnesota,
Hello.
Ricky, there it is. Minnesota. Ricky, did you get your deer? Did you get one this weekend? I don't want you to give away one of your videos, but
Yeah.
you don't need to answer if it gives away one of your videos. Let's just so
All right.
Christine, there you go. Where you don't need to give a city or anything.
No.
We're not trying to
What
hunt you
area?
down. Whereabouts are you? We're down by Henderson, down there. So south and west of the metro. But Gwen, we let's see. I'm going to get into my thought patterns here. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, no hunting this weekend. No luck. Oh, so you're done? Shoot. Maybe you can tell. I don't know. Maybe that's rubbing it in.
No, my dad did get his this year, and he's up north of Grand Rapids. Is usually where he hunts.
And I think that's where Ricky goes, somewhere up near there, in the same area. So, oh, here we go. Now we're talking stuff. Got a 9 point.
Nice.
Oh, we'll have to check that out. I'm sorry I didn't see it. I've been really tied up this weekend doing some stuff. That's why I look so beautiful right now. My geek hobby, I'm a ham radio operator. So there's operating events on the air and kind of competitions and stuff. So me and a couple guys were operating for 24 hours straight. And we talked to 950 people in all states and all Canadian provinces. And I didn't sleep a lot, so I'm beat.
Yeah.
So anyways, Harrow. Thanks, Blue. Good to see you. Oh, here we go. Christine, grew up in Blaine, then moved to Cambridge. Okay. Ricky, where are you from then? Aren't you up in that area, the Cambridge area? Maybe
Cambridge is just north of the cities, North Branch, Cambridge, not as far north.
I was thinking Ricky might be from there. I don't know. We always have a great time. You know what? I think that's part of the hunt. Yep. I've never deer hunted. I grouse hunted and duck hunted once, and they were pretty darn safe. I wasn't a good shot at the time, so I don't know. Let's see. Had to feed the cat. There you go. Well, we said hi to you, and I was talking, Blue, next Friday is a big thing. I don't know if we're gonna have a little something on the line, but that USA England match in the World Cup, we'll have to see. And maybe you don't care about football, but or soccer. We're big fans, so we'll see. I don't know if there's a bet on the line. I think England's got Iran tomorrow in their first round match, and we've got Wales. So that'll be good. That'll be fun. Dawn doesn't get a year.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. Is just the camaraderie, getting outside. Hopefully not freezing your tuchus off while you're out there, but getting outside with friends. And that was Ricky's, one of his latest videos was a friend coming up from, I think, Oklahoma, and he seems like kind of a clown. He's kind of funny. So having a good time doing that. You don't watch TV. How are you going to watch the match? Sorry, the U.S. doesn't have a long history in the World Cup, so we got to watch. So they're playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock our time or noon our time,
Noon our
something
time.
like that.
I think I saw one Eastern.
Something. So, anyways, we were gonna get some things going with what we've been doing on the homestead here, getting ready for winter, and I realized a couple of things. Went out to go to the compost pile and covered up the garlic. Got that all ready. The garlic's covered and ready to go. But the next tub over, there's a few things that are still in the ground. I shouldn't say I never cut the Brussels sprouts, but all the leaves have kind of fallen, so they're still protected. The Brussels sprouts are good.
We still have carrots out there.
And the carrots are there. I went to pull a couple carrots the other day, and they're frozen in the ground, so they might be lost. But I don't think they're too big. So we'll see. It's going to warm up. We'll do that. Oh, well, Ricky, I don't know if you're. We'll see.
Yeah.
The big. Okay.
They're saying the young versus the old.
Yep. We've got a young, unproven USA men's team and Wales with Gareth Bale and some of those guys for Wales. They're a good team. So we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. I'm going to be here with my USA shirt on, cheering against Wales, who I normally would be behind.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like a good group of guys. So let's see. Yeah, Dawn, you gotta subscribe to Ricky. Come on. He's on here all the time.
I thought he was.
Okay.
But...
Well, and you never know. Sometimes YouTube, there was someone I was like, whoa, boy, they haven't posted a video in a long time. And I looked and I had been unsubscribed. I forget who that was. But it's like, really? How did, I try to watch everybody's videos, but you can't. I don't know. There you go. Your garlic is up. Well, I don't think ours, I'm hoping it put down some roots beforehand, but I don't think it ever sprouted.
No.
And we put, I don't know, put about 4 or 5 inches of straw on top of it, and then laid some supports, the little stakes that I've been using in the garden. I laid those on top just for some weight. And we got some nice snow holding it down. Now it might get warm, like mid-30s, so I don't know.
Lou's saying that our carrots, they're just frozen carrots.
There's frozen. Okay, that's good. Well, I don't care about frozen carrots. It's frozen ground, and how do you get them out of the ground? That's the problem. So
maybe when it warms up this week, we can
get a shovel in there and yank them out. Yep. You planted them. You're in a whole nother world down there, Gwen, from where we are. Krubby, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. Good to see that you're in here. And well, you can't call her Pamela. I called her Pam once and I got yelled at. So we don't want anybody to know that Blue's name is Pam, and because we'll get yelled at. So don't do that. Let me see. I'm trying to. There you go. User error. Hello. I've got that. Let me see who. Vietnam vlog. Welcome. I don't know if you've been in here. If you want to drop your name, that'd be good. But welcome. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Talking about prepping for winter and all that. There's some fellow Minnesotans as well. Matt and Sarah. Hello. Warm 73. I was out in my radio room and it was getting a little chilly, and I came in, I was cold. So we'll see. We're talking about, is everything prepped for winter? There's just those things that I forgot to pull. Otherwise, from a garden standpoint, I don't know how you guys are doing, but I think we're good. If I can go out and pull the Brussels sprouts, get those cut, and try to get some of those carrots out of the ground that I left by accident, then I think we're totally done. There's a couple pumpkins still sitting outside, frozen, but I'll just pick those up and bring them into the girls throughout the winter, and they can feast. Be fine. They can feast on those. So
either frozen out in the garden or frozen in the garage.
Yep. Yeah, we went. My barber is a big gardener and he sells pumpkins. Like he's got acres and acres of pumpkins. And he said, "Oh, take some pumpkins." So we've got, like 10 monster pumpkins out there that I'm bringing like one a week into the girls so they can have something to chew on and peck at.
Keep them occupied.
Especially during this cold spell here. They've been not happy. Matt and Sarah, I don't know how your girls are, but ours looked at with the wind. They're fine with the cold temps, but the wind, they said, we're not going out. So they've been standing at the doorway, kind of looking out, and they're like, nope, we're going back in.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't insulate.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was just frost here, but we get hard freezes.
Oh, it'll be frozen down 3-4 feet. So I think, well, this is our first time planting and growing garlic. So
yeah,
I could be wrong. And I'll defer to some of the other Minnesotans who have grown garlic that maybe they know better about covering, but
figured a little extra isn't going to hurt.
a little doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know. As soon as the sun comes up, anything that's over winter, boom, it gets going. So it's just amazing how much we have to pack into a short season. We're looking at everybody else's season this year a lot because of everybody's videos. And the gardening season that you guys, some of you have, is incredible. And we've got basically June 1st outside. If you got a greenhouse, it's extended, but June 1st to October 1st. So we got 4 months to get it all in. So, Christine, you're cheating. Grew up in Blaine and Cambridge. Now you're in Arizona. Okay, what? You're cheating. Well, I'm glad you joined us tonight. Glad you joined us. Let's see. Some winter adventures. Yeah, you always seem to find adventures no matter what. So, Christine, do you have a channel? I should ask that. I don't know if maybe you just watch. If you're watching and you want that Minnesota flair
connection, yeah.
Matt and Sarah, who are on here, have a channel. So does Ricky Ventures. If you need that Minnesota touch, we're not the only ones by far. There's a lot of great Minnesota channels. So, you've been in bed sick, Dawn. Come on.
Yeah, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. We had when it wasn't windy, we've got like 6 inches of snow. Well, the girls were all over the place in the snow, all over the place. And we were just talking, our young girls are teaching our older girls some new tricks. Our old gals would just sleep and they'd kind of just sleep.
Pull their head in
and just sit. Our new girls said, no, the way to do it is you fluff your feathers, you turn your head completely around and shove your head into your feathers.
Into your wing.
It's not even under the wing. It's just into the fluff. So it's like this ball. I'm going to get some video of it. But now the old gals who never did it are like, well, that's a good idea. So now they're doing it. So I kind of checked in the middle of the night last night. I looked in and there was all these fluff balls sitting there on the table or on the roost or up on the shelf, just poof, 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 right next to each other. No heads showing.
And last night was cold.
So I hope you're better, Dawn. Getting back to that. Let's see.
Ours have been 2 up until this latest.
They would go out a little bit in the snow in past years. This year, they're out.
It's different breeds.
But they're tromping through the snow.
Yeah.
And came up to the garage, and we had a whole bunch underneath the deck. It's a place that's capturing some of the warmth of the sun. It's out of the wind. And that's what we're trying to figure out. Let's see.
Okay.
You live in New York. Yep. You get frozen ground. Well, we'll be fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Before I collect them. Eggs will freeze. Yep.
Yep. If they've frozen too hard, they actually crack and break.
I was gonna say you'll know if it's frozen. It will be cracked.
Yeah.
I've had some cold ones. If they're really cold, when you bring them in, they're gonna start sweating if they're really cold. So I don't give those out to customers.
Those go in the fridge for us.
Those are us. Yeah, because once they sweat, they're gonna bring bacteria back into the egg. So they don't go. Our girls, there was one thing on Lisa, Yogi Hollow Farm, her live, people talking about production dropping with the girls. We haven't seen anything.
No.
And maybe it's because we've got new girls and the winter's just getting going. We're averaging about 46 eggs. I just looked on the counter. I was looking. We're averaging about 46 eggs a day.
And we do keep lights on.
We do. So no heating.
Yeah.
I don't believe in heating at all. But we've got lights on from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and always have.
Mm-hmm.
We're all about production here at the farm. We've got customers who want eggs, and that's why we have chickens, is to produce eggs. It's kind of a little side business. So that's why we've got them. And whether that's good or bad, we can argue all that, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, plus
They're
too
still
with
popping.
the lights, on the days when we do keep the door closed so they're not outside because it's so cold.
Yep.
It gives them that light.
Yep, and it simulates, summer sun all year round. So we're ready.
Yeah.
We are ready.
We were just talking the other day that we need to start figuring out meals.
Yep.
But otherwise, yeah.
I want to get Annette from the Cow Emporium on here. We got to figure out how to bring guests on the live. I want to do it right. I don't want to bring it on and you guys sit and watch us have technical problems. So maybe for the next one we'll get Annette on just to talk about February. People have been asking us, what are the rules and this and that? I don't want to get so tied up in the minutia and all the rules of the February challenge, but I don't think December or January 31st you should go out to the grocery store and buy everything so you're ready for the month. That's not, in my mind, the intent. So I think we'll try to have a little discussion on that. But are we ready? Yes. Brampton Gardner, I didn't see you sneak in there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Rochelle, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you come in. Good evening to you. But the February challenge, we're ready. I mean, we got pork. We traded eggs and veggies for an eighth of a cow. Holly canned and froze and this and that. She is working, making bread now, doing that. Some of you that are into sourdough.
We're giving that a try right now. I'm trying to get my first loaf to raise right now.
Her jar that it was in, the starter, it really went to town. So we're learning that. We just had a turkey, had a bunch of friends over for the complete turkey dinner. And so we had the carcass left over. So we boiled that. And now we've got all this turkey broth. So we're going to can some of that to get ready. We've
already got a little bit of chicken broth downstairs. And
the hardest thing for me, and I was looking when I was at the grocery store, I like orange juice, or if I have some cereal, I have milk. So it's like, that could be a huge expense, especially what orange juice is. It's like for a gallon, it's like
$6-7.
$6-7. And when you're talking about $50 February, that eats into it quick. That's
almost half of it right there.
So I think that, that must be that's something we got to figure out. I don't want to drink water all month, which you could, but that's not the way to go. So there you go. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Speaking of baking, Leanne's got a great roll recipe that she showed right before Thanksgiving here, or U.S. Thanksgiving. If you haven't checked out Leanne's video on that, wow, those looked phenomenal. So let's see. I get talking and then I'm
Ricky, you're right.
Lights help. They do. No lights. Dawn, if you put a light in there for, just a single light, I think it'll go up. With that,
Yep.
with our lighting, really, we haven't seen a drop. It was about 48 eggs a day. Now it's about 46. So I have seen a little bit.
Well, we do have Coco who went broody, and we've still got a couple that are molting.
Yep, we got 2 molters. We got one gal who she continually goes broody, and it's one of our black sex links, which are not supposed to be broody ones. So let me get ahead, then we'll tell you what went on with everybody saying hi.
Yeah.
Slipped on the back. Just found. Whoa! You all right? Just found some yoga. Yikes! Someone just slipped coming down the stairs. I'm not going to say who. But you got to tell us Amish friendship bread starter. I don't even know what that is. There you go, Sarah. We might be asking you some. We're getting new to sourdough, and I have got a great idea. We're working on something for a collaboration for next November. So if you're into sourdough, let us know. And we're going to be talking to you because we got an idea for it's going to be a thing. Yeah, dairy's going to be the hardest for sure. Unless, boy, I'd like to find someone who's got a bunch of cows down the road and say, hey, can I bring down a dozen eggs and get a gallon of milk from you and do the old swapperoo?
And Don's got more cold egg questions.
To say, buy OJ concentrate.
We've already talked about that.
Rochelle, that's what, $2 versus $6. So it might be something that we do. Kept mine on the counter.
Well, it depends on how cold they are when you get them.
Yep.
I mean, there's time. We do go out and collect them multiple times a day. And with the girls being in the boxes, they're still
a lot of them are warm. Yep.
So
sorry, I've been
they're
talking
fine
all weekend.
Yeah.
On my radio, I'm trying to work my throat. I'm probably out there. I work from home, so I'm out there. And our new girls are laying so early. We open the barn about 8:00. Since that one guy drives by and he's the one who ran over their 2 chickens, I wait till he goes by, and it's always before 8:00. So I wait till 8:00. Then I open the barn. Well, now I bring the basket out with me. And when
you get about 20, don't you?
I get at least 20 some eggs by 8 a.m. These girls are early risers, early layers. It's unreal. And now everybody's used to me reaching under them.
Yep.
So they're like, oh, here he comes. Some of them even will stand up when I come near their box. They're like, okay, let Rich get his stuff out of here.
There's still a couple that chirp at us, but.
Oh, we had one that was, she was growling when I came up. Everybody's on the same page. Leanne, Matt, Sarah. Oh, there you go. Hey, Jace, how are you?
Hello.
Welcome, Mr. Australia. Hope you're doing good. Leanne, those rolls looked great. So let's see. I got so far behind. So you can use Amish.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to maybe do a video on that explaining the differences, Gwen. That would be a great thing to see because we're new to bread. Some of you, Matt and Sarah, we've watched their videos. They're baking all the time. Leanne's baking. Some people are baking all the time, and Holly's new to it. And
more, I would be.
Holly's done some great regular bread. And I'm probably not calling it right, but regular bread. Now she's doing sourdough, and we're going to be getting our first loaf here pretty quick, or we hope.
Yeah.
There you go, Nick, on board. Good evening, Larson Farms. On the quail group. Did I post on the quail? I didn't post on the quail group. I posted on several other groups on Facebook, but had a couple of good stuff. It would be good to have a list also. Speaking of Facebook, who's on Facebook? I found a few of you who's on, we're on Facebook, but that's more kind of a business side. It's not like the YouTube side, it's more, hey,
Our
customers,
local,
we got garden stuff available. Who wants it, or we got extra eggs, that kind of thing. We're on Instagram, on Twitter now.
Yep.
There's all sorts of stuff going. Uh-oh. It exploded in the fridge. Uh-oh. Got to look forward to that. Plenty of milk here daily.
Yeah.
You know what, Leanne, if you could run out a gallon of milk every day for me, I'd be really happy.
Yeah, or a week.
Oh, well, or a day. I'll trade you eggs. Let's see. I'm sorry, I got so far behind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see who.
Matt and Robin.
There we go. Matt and Robin are in here.
Hello.
Let's start for sourdough too. There you go. Everybody's doing sourdough. Yep. It's another, and Gunsmoke Farmstead, another Minnesota. We got our Minnesota friends in here tonight. Yeah. So there you go. They lay one on work.
Yeah.
You're gonna have frozen eggs. I don't know anyway.
On the really, really cold days.
Yeah. You're gonna have some days when they're frozen, Dawn, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless you put a heater underneath you're going to throw a lot of money at it if you put that there. So, I don't know any way around it. It depends on when your girls lay, because there's sometimes where they all want to use the same box. We've got 16 boxes, plus 5 others that I brought out with the little girls. So we've got 21 boxes. They will use a lot of them, but mostly 4 or 5.
Yep. Okay, go back up a little bit.
There's times where you come and there's so many eggs in one and someone's still sitting on it. And so you pull those eggs out, and some of the other ones are cold and these ones are nice and warm, because so-and-so's been sitting on it. Did I miss something?
Oh, Gwen's asking if she can play too with the Amish friendship starter bread.
Whoops, I click it. There. Can I play it?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just if you're into Amish friendship starter or sourdough, send me a note. It's going to be November of next year, so it's a ways off.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of making a list to start talking about it. Thought it'd be kind of a fun little bread thing, just something stupid and fun. You never know. And a chance to exchange some recipes, like those buns that Leanne put out, those rolls that just look so good. Ricky, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being in here. Quail Group, that's you. There you go. I was like, wait, I didn't get on. Did I get on a Quail Group? Let's see, for an old recipe of potato rolls. All right. Well, I must be way behind. Jeez, I asked this a little while back. Okay. Okay. So, wait, here we got someone. The Chicken, hello. Welcome. First time in. I would remember that. If you want to drop your name down there, it'd be nice to, if you don't mind. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Minnesota channel. So Ricky Ventures was in here.
Matt and Sarah.
Gunsmoke Farmstead. Larson Farms. Is that all the Minnesota ones that are on here tonight? I think so.
There's a different. There's some Minnesota chicken.
There's some Minnesota chickens, Minnesota homesteaders. There's a few different things, and people are always asking about their girls. How do you get them to go outside? Well, we made a little patio. So, okay, the Chicken. You're in Connecticut. Okay. And do you have is that your channel, the Chicken? We can check everybody out, and so Gwen checks in the morning and the evening. You know what? I'm out there at 8. I'm out there at 10. I'm out till we're averaging 46. So I kind of have my feels out, get most of them, and then I know we'll have the final picking at about 4:30 when the last 3 girls are off. So. We froze for a second. Okay, if you're into sourdough, send us a note just so you can. Our email's on the about section of our channel. If you want to send us a note, just tell us that you're interested in sourdough. Then we're just going to make a list and invite people. It'll be a fun little collab for next year. Did we freeze? Are we? Our broadband provider, LTD Broadband, and I think LTD stands for Limited Broadband. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're lagging a bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, and the chicken. You don't need to be from Minnesota.
No.
We're just joking because there's plenty of people that are here from Minnesota, but a lot that aren't.
Okay.
14-year-old farmer
nice.
here in Connecticut. All right. 1.13 subscribers. Beautiful. Well, we'll throw your name if you don't mind sharing your name. We'd love to. Then we don't call you the chicken all the time, or maybe that's what you want to be called. Oh, Matt and Sarah, there are so many channels. Whoops, I lost you. So many channels from Minnesota, and part of it's just I start rummaging around and someone finds ours and then they say, oh, do you know about this? And that's how we found Gunsmoke. And there's just, it's funny. So there's so many Minnesota channels on here. I haven't found a North Dakota one yet. South Dakota is Lisa, Yogi Hollow Farm. Iowa is, oh, geez, I just went blank.
Oklahoma?
No. Oh, what's the... Oh, Matt Aker, Jamie and Ryan. So, all right. Well, we had an event yesterday, an unfortunate event. I said our barn, I think, can only handle 60 chickens, and we had 65 or 66. Sold a couple. 2 then got run over. We had, I don't know what, something else. Did something else happen?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yesterday, Holly came in and said, I had been out there, kind of opened the barn, got the first run of eggs, swapped some water, came in, and a couple hours later, she's like, you got to come out and you tell the story.
So I had gone out to check on the eggs to see what we had, grab them from the cold. And a couple of the girls were in our other little coop inside the barn and dust bathing and enjoying things. And I saw one over in the corner against the wall. And I'm like, oh, hey. And then she wasn't moving. And I think she had fallen off the roost overnight. And
no, she was. I think she died after, because I checked the our coop. If you see, it's that kind of rectangular coop in the corner of the pole barn where we'll keep young chicks so they can see the big girls. But she must have died between the time I was there and there's no markings. Holly brought her into the garage and I gave her the once over a couple times. I'm thinking, okay, it can't be a fly strike, but is there any wounds? So I checked that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Anne, welcome. Little Frenchie in Big Texas. Thanks for joining us. I couldn't find any markings on her. Her head looked good. Nothing looked deformed, nothing. I'm not going to cut her open and try to do a
diagnose,
try to figure it all out. I don't know. I kind of cleaned around the area yesterday later just to see if there was any signs out there. There was nothing.
I looked when I was, and I didn't see anything either. So,
and that's one of those things that falls under the stuff happens, I guess. We haven't had too many that have passed away while we've been here. Thank God. But the only thing I can think of, we've got a 1940s farmhouse and there are little cracks in the foundation. There are little entry points. And so it drives Holly nuts. But during the winter, all of a sudden a garter snake will come out in the basement and I'll hear a little quiet scream and I'll have to go down and grab a garter snake and take care of it, bring it outside and release it somewhere away from the house. But we also get a few mice in the house. So this year, instead of putting traps down and peanut butter and this and that, I just put some little blocks of poison. And we have found that, they've been nibbling on it, and one of them died right in the middle of the basement floor, which is great. Go over with a little broom it up and throw it away. The only thing I can think of is, and it might be far-fetched, but did one of the mice eat all sorts of poison and then leave the house? It's a possibility. Our girls were underneath the deck the other day. They love eating mice. They do.
Yeah.
But it's stuff that's outside. I know it's not near our house. So did a mouse get outside? Did she eat all the poison in the mouse and then die? I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyways, we lost one, and now we're down to
60
chickens.
Yep.
So watch the
Oh,
ducks.
wow. Okay.
One spun around and fell over and died. Heart attack. I don't know all the reasons why fowl
Mhm.
die. Why birds die. So I don't know. Learning a lot. We have learned so much over the years about chickens, but there's still so much to learn.
Yep.
See, we don't have rats.
But maybe it's the same kind of thing we can use.
Maybe. Okay.
We'll take a look. Yeah.
I'll check that out, Ann.
Yeah.
Probably more knowledge is more knowledge. So I don't know.
Gwen's saying use Tootsie Rolls in the traps.
Okay. I just use regular mouse traps, the ones that snap on them, and I've been putting peanut butter, and they do good, but I'm tired of putting peanut butter down there and having them clean them off occasionally.
That's why I think
so.
she says the Tootsie Rolls are sticky enough that they're not gonna.
Oh, okay. There you go. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you. Thank you for joining us again. We got a few things going here tonight. There's an old lady who lived. Thanks, Leanne.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leanne.
Mhm.
That's usually my role on these lives, is to be kind of the smart ass in the crowd. So
Yep.
tonight, playing the role of will be Leanne. I don't have flashcards either. Leanne's always good with the flashcards. Okay, Tootsie Roll, soften and okay.
Okay.
There you go. I'll do that. I just put the poison out, and you could tell they were nibbling right away.
Oh yeah.
And one of them, they're like these little logs, and I stood them up on end. This is the weirdest thing. I stood them up on end. They're like little, like a little barrel, almost
cylinder. Yeah.
Cylinder, yeah. I put it on end, and the next morning it was laying down.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, it's been nibbled on. You can see a little crumbs.
Yep.
And I said, okay, Holly, are you playing with me? And she's like, what? The next day, it was standing back up again. I'm like, okay. So whether the mouse stood it up, I don't know. It was
Could
by
be.
accident, whatever.
Yep.
And then it was laying down. It's been laying down ever since. But it's like, darn it, someone's toying with me. So
Yep.
yeah, I bet you do. So that's been our excitement
So
with the
good.
girls.
Yep.
Other than them just standing in the doorway looking out. The wind's been coming from the right direction where the barn's been taking the brunt of it,
Mhm.
not going right in the door. If it's
Yeah.
going right in the door, we don't even open
Door
the door in
stays-
the morning, or
yeah.
we open it a foot
Yep.
just to
Door
keep
stays
the-
closed.
keep the ventilation. But otherwise, our girls have been just
Mm-hmm.
hanging out. We brought in several bales of hay to let them scratch and spread that around. So we got another layer of.
You brought some out today, didn't you?
I brought a whole bale. Opened up a whole bale of straw, and they're kicking it around.
Oh, it's all spread all around now.
That's fine. There's no poop on it. It's the next layer of deep litter.
Yep.
It's warmth. So let's see.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Leanne, hopefully you're doing good. Leanne had a, hopefully we can share this, but I don't know, Leanne, can I share part of your story or what I know of your story? Is that okay to do? I don't. And whoops, Janice, I apologize. I said hi. I forgot your name, so I'm so sorry. Thank you. Okay, I can. And I saw it was on Facebook or on YouTube. In their corn bin, they had a fire. So the fire department had to basically pull out all the corn, put out the fire, so they're spraying it. So
Mhm.
I don't know how many thousands of dollars was damaged in that, and that's their livelihood with the cows and the corn. And so, oh, that
Mhm.
just, your heart sinks when you see that. I don't think you lost all the corn, but I'm sure smoke and all that getting into it changes the.
Smoked whiskey.
No, you don't make smoked whiskey. This is for cows and stuff.
I
So
know, I'm kidding.
they've got
Sorry.
milk. So, all right, Holly, what are you working on? It's not much further than it was
Yeah,
2 weeks
it's that
ago.
same piece. I haven't gotten too far on. I got other things to take care of.
We've been
so.
busy for a while.
Yep.
Big greenhouse. You know what?
We tried that the first year with our girls, and we made the mistake of trying to put it up when it was windy.
And the
And-
plastic was rattling in the wind, and we
Yep.
put it up the same way as you guys, with the lath, and you put it on and kind of
Yep.
staple it in there, and it still was vibrating enough. The girls did not want to come out of their coop
And they were
yelling at the top of their lungs. They did not want to come out. So we
No.
took it down, and they were more fine being out in the breeze.
We found some other stuff. I work at a print shop that does some printing on fabric. So I got a few scrap pieces of fabric, good thick stuff
and
that we were able to put up on certain spots. The most, like
there you
from
go.
where the wind comes, and
500 bushels of corn. And is a bushel like a 5-gallon pail? I'm just trying to put a quantity on there. It just, when I saw that, Dawn, you know what? Your heart sinks when you see that. It's like, one of your friends is losing, you work all summer for that, and then boom. It was awful. So maybe we need to have Leanne on, and she can tell her story. Hi, Glenda. Thank you for joining us. And I don't know if you made a video about that or not, but made into high moisture corn the cows will eat. Good. Just, I don't know. When it rattled, the girls were going nuts. So we took it down right away. I mean, like
it was enough where they were like totally freaking out.
They were freaking out, and it was loud, just the wind blowing across it. And so we did put up a little bit, and I got a couple of pieces of plywood and just put them on the north and the west corner, and that blocked enough wind. I don't know. And now, we don't have anybody in the outdoor coop. I would let them be out there. It's just, you got to shovel it. That's the worst part of it. The wind going through there, they can handle that sometimes, but the snow in there, they don't like that at all. So never use plastic. Corrugated clear roofing.
Okay.
Yeah, and ours was 14 by 18. So it's like, okay, what are we going to do it's a good size. It was a good size run. Now we've got the pole barn, so that's fine. If it's really nasty and it's going to snow inside through the door, we just shut the door and they're in for the day. But most days, whether it's 30 or, you've seen it in the summer, the door's wide open. In the middle of winter, when it's 5 below, if it's not windy, that door's open. They're moving about, doing their thing. They're fine with it being.
And with the deep litter going in there.
Yeah, that's
actually not too bad.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh.
The dryer got caught on fire. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay. 500 bushels, 28,000 pounds of corn. Okay. That's not 5-gallon pails then. Well, maybe with pounds. I don't know. That's it. Just nasty, nasty, Leanne. So we're just sorry about that. It's just, like they said, I don't know. We're states away, but I hopefully probably speak for everybody here. If we can help in any way, let us know. It's just awful. If you want to send, especially during February, if you want to send one of your cows out here, we could feed it and milk it for you. That's such a selfish comment.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've never.
Depends on how thick it is. You can get.
You might want to pre-drill holes before you screw it in, or attach it in some way so you're not going through it and possibly cracking it. And also, if you put it in when it's warmer, obviously it'll.
Well, and I'm sure there's different thicknesses that you can get too.
Yep. There you go.
Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a Minnesota channel night or something, and get the map out and show where everybody's at, and because there's up near Janie Two Shoes is in Minnesota. Oh, I can't think of the other. Oh, I'll have to think about it. So, but let's see, 200 acres of corn to harvest yet. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's, you know what, you're doing really well. I don't know. I've heard some folks down in Tennessee and some others were getting anywhere from 70 to 150 bushels an acre of corn, depending on where the rain was falling. And when I went out in the combine with my neighbor, I said beforehand, what can I talk about? What can I not? And, I think no one likes to share their stuff, but he didn't want to share how many bushels of corn was coming per acre. So I don't know anything about that here. It's just I'm still amazed that we can have such a dry summer.
Mm-hmm.
We can get about a half an inch of rain from June on, and the corn will go from a foot to 8 feet on a half inch of rain at one time. It's just, it's wild. Okay, so that plastic doesn't crack. It's the third year. Glenda, maybe the idea for a video, share what's worked, and it'd be good to show that off. So I have one to send. The robot doesn't like her. Well, send her down. The one thing, putting stuff corrugated at the bottom, the only thing I've got with that is just I think the girls need, Matt, I think they need their sight line. I think they need to see, if the wall is above them and they're constantly unable to see out, they're always wanting to look out for harm that could be coming up on them. And I think that kind of changes their behavior. I don't know. And I could be totally wrong. That could be totally wrong on that. There you go. They're up by Bemidji.
Okay.
So up in your, Holly's what's your?
More central.
Coleraine. The metropolis of Coleraine is where she came from. And for those of you out of state, it's a dot. Although the dot we live by is even a smaller dot. So so it's hard to compare dots. And great weather this year. It rained a lot. We didn't get rain. So Lori, welcome. Was he talking to my son before he went home? Well, hello.
Got to do that.
What's more important, us or your son? Your son. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
So good.
Let's see. Hunting and fishing. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys got to watch each other's channels. You got to check that out. Sorry if we're talking Minnesotan here, gang. There's just plenty of new channels that we've come across, and it's great to compare notes on what works and what doesn't in our state, for gardening especially. Laura at Garden Answer. Okay, shoes with plexiglass. Yeah, and we're blessed having that pole barn.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day, if we wanted to take eggs, we've got such demand now that it's even outstripping, if we get everything and it's clean, which is very few days, we're getting for sure 3 dozen a day, for sure. On a very good day, we're getting 4 dozen clean eggs. And so potentially we could do 28 dozen a week. Our demand from customers is outstripping that now. So I'm thinking, okay, what would be the next expansion? Obviously we need a fence and stuff, but build a super coop. Then I can take back the pole barn. I don't know. I don't want to just shove them in there. We had 40 girls that were growing up this spring, and we put them in the little girl coop. They'd go in there at night. Well, that coop is an 8x8. The coop itself, the run is bigger, and we let them free range. But at night, 40 girls in an 8x8, that doesn't work.
Yep.
Especially as they get bigger. They pick on each other. And I don't like that when they're going to town in there on each other until they calm down and go to sleep. But super coop. I need to figure out what my super coop is.
Yep.
They love their one coop window. Yeah. Ours, we've got ventilation on the top when they're in the little girl coop.
Yep.
And you look out there in the summer, you see these heads because we've got Christmas lights in there just to have a dim light in case they fall off the roof.
Yeah, but the top roofs, they're standing up there and they're looking out at everything.
They're looking out. There you go. Whoops. Love my girls. Oh, that's not here. What? I'm not clicking on the. There you go. Minnesota. Learn how to spell it. What? Jace had something. Oh my God. And that's part of our Facebook page. I'll put that on there and say, you know what, guys, everybody, we've got more eggs than we can get rid of. And Holly takes them into work on Thursday. So I said, you know what, I've got extra. If people want them here, I'll do a little route, drop them off at your house, no problem. Well, boom, boom, boom. Now I've got, 6-8 dozen going out in that. And there's more people that want some. And I could probably do more if all you got to do is promote it. There's going to be people there. There you go. Chicken math.
Yep.
But it's coop math. It's like, how do I plan for it? And then what do we use there's a coop in there. So we could do the chicks in the pole barn. Then when they grow out of that and they need a home while they're free ranging, they go into the little girl coop. Then they'd go to super coop. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. Build a garage. Yep. Well, you got to get some friends and trade them for eggs and say, hey, we're gonna help. So.
Yes, winter is harsh up there.
Up north is a whole different. I complain about the weather sometimes down here because it's windy. We're exposed on the top of the hill, and it's windy. But Matt and Robin, where you guys are, you look at the weather map, and it's like 20 degrees colder sometimes. It's just
on average. I think my dad said it's an average of 10 degrees cooler up there than down here.
Yep. Does our CSA get wet? No.
Well, one couple from our CSA actually started by getting eggs from me, and so they come in. They still get eggs from me.
Holly, and then there's a brewery that we helped. I used to be really tied into the craft beer scene. And that's why you might see me have a nice craft beer while we're having a live. We helped a couple breweries, or I helped a couple breweries open, and one of them, when they were opening the brewery, I helped them get the tap room open, and part of that was bringing Holly in to be some of the tap room staff. So she's in there one night a week. But what it does is there's an avenue for us to get rid of eggs. She can bring them in, and they all come in and have a beer, and so they support the brewery.
Yep.
But they come in and get their fresh eggs, and
about half of the eggs we get a week
go to the
brewery from people there. Yeah.
I need to bring that big jar of pickled eggs in there for you. And I've got a jar. Last year we went to Hawaii and we came back to like 300 eggs.
Yep.
And our neighbor didn't take enough eggs. So it's like, what do we do with them? So I made a couple huge jars of pickled eggs, and they're awesome, but you can't eat that many pickled eggs. So there's still some that I should just
Yeah.
bring the jar into the brewery and let them. So our CSA people, when the CSA is done, the CSA is
Yeah,
done.
there's the veggie side and then there's the egg side. They're two separate, but in
And
this case they did merge.
And I do, I've talked about the business side. Our garden is its own business. Kind of, I plan it and figure it.
Mhm.
It's got its own budget, that kind of thing. And the girls have their own budget. When we get money from the eggs, you pay off all the feed each week, and you get a bale of hay and all that. Pay that stuff off. Whatever's left goes into the egg fund.
Mhm.
And then next year, we've got some money in the egg fund. If we need to
Get
work
more.
on the super
Mhm.
coop or get more chicks,
Yep.
they're already paid for. So, yeah, here we go. Whoops. Yes, we are designing
Okay.
a super coop. No, we're not. We're thinking about it. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, hey,
Oh, that's cool.
150.
Oh, it's about to fall over. Shoot.
Wow, sounds like
Yep.
make it fall into a nice pile, get the marshmallows out, and I just.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great idea. Old
Mhm.
windows. And you know what? Although down there's a chance you could bump into them and break them, but
No, but if you put plexi in it with an old window,
and that'd be great,
yeah.
because what I was thinking is you do on ventilation, you could mount those on the bottom of your run
And then we'll
all the
pop
year,
them
and then
open.
just slide, if they're sliders, slide
Or even
them
pop
side
it
to
open.
side.
Yeah.
For ventilation in the summer on the hot days.
Yep.
You'd have to close them at night unless you put some real hardware cloth behind it. Yep.
Yeah, instead of a screen, have hardware cloth.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
you know what? I love this community because of the ability to throw out an idea and get instant feedback from a
Mhm.
video. I put out some things where I've spouted off on something a little silly. Boom, I get emails and comments and the knowledge base that's out there, or just the ideas. I love it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Matt, you're, I don't know who typed that. I don't know if it's Matt or Robin, but I love that. I got too many birds. I can't.
Yeah.
You've only got so much of a footprint, Glenda. Chickens love going up. Why don't you expand it vertically? If you've got a run, and that, I'm trying to make sure I'm on the camera. If you got a run and then you've got your coop up there, what if you
Did a double decker?
did a double decker or had another layer where they could go up this way and then
Yeah.
up to bed, but there's extra room for them to play and do stuff, or
Mhm.
additional roosts. I don't know. Holy smokes, here we go.
Oh,
20,000.
hens and 2,000 roosters.
Well, my first reaction is I can't handle one or two roosters. 2,000? Oh my God, they'd be constantly pecking
Yeah.
at me, and I got a couple hens that peck at me. They peck at my jeans all the time. They're grabbing they want to say hi, and it's like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Oh no,
wait.
that's just no good.
So did you figure out then what the predator is, where it got in, and then figure that out? Because I always say, our coops are, bulletproof, and that's going to be a great story until something happens.
Yeah.
What I'm noticing, our new girls scratch a lot in the pole barn, and the pole barn is on its foundation. It's not concrete. It's obviously dirt, and there's wood around the base that it is bulletproof. But the girls are scratching and digging so much. My fear is they're going to dig down deep enough. They're going to actually expose an opening for a weasel or something to get in. So I don't know. I hope not. Matt and Sarah, good night.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. There you go. I love pickled eggs. I really do. And ours got some heat to them, and it's so good. You'll have to share what the predator was and the whole thing. I always like this is the wrong way to say it, but I like watching those because it gives me ideas of what might be coming in. I've never seen a weasel, a ferret, anything like that around here. I've seen raccoons.
Yep.
We've seen coyotes.
We had a fox.
We had a fox that took one and chased one of our girls right in front of me, and I had to, go after it. But yeah, there you go. You wouldn't eat red beet. I am not a beet guy at all. Leanne knows that. She started doing. Leanne, I almost had to unsubscribe. She had a couple of beet recipes in a row, and I was just like.
See, and I grew up eating my grandma's pickled beets and absolutely loved them.
Oh, well, Leanne, you know where to send them. That's 19. Oh.
Yeah.
Lost 19.
I
don't know what I would do. That video where we had the guy run over a couple. Did I say it before? Hi, Lori. Did I say hi to Lori
Yes.
before? Okay, I did. Sorry. I was emotional.
Yeah.
Because it just happened, and I had my camera out there. I had my
And
camera,
he
the
was
guy
right-
ran
yeah.
over, and so I was right there and filming that. And it just in the moment, every animal, and we've only got the chickens, but they all have a purpose on the farm. You don't want to get attached.
Mm-hmm.
But then while we're down in Puerto Rico, come back, and Lena, our big fluffy buff Orpington,
Yep.
vanishes. Something
was
took
gone
her.
when
We
we
think
got
a bald eagle took her.
Yep.
We think,
Mm-hmm.
yep, I'm attached to Lena. This one that died yesterday, I checked her over. It's like, I don't know who you are. You're one of you
One of
weren't
the
one that had
others.
a name, so I wasn't too attached to that one, but other ones. But if I lost 19,
Yeah.
I'd be just beside myself. So I
Yeah.
feel for you guys that have had big losses. I don't know.
Yeah.
Glenda, let me know, man. If you've got ideas, I love pulling things together and trying to engineer something. I'm
Mhm.
not an engineer by any means. So
Ah.
the weasel.
Got it.
You got him. Good. You know what? You did a video on that. I did see him sneaking around the edge. Yeah, I'd have my 22 out there and I'd have that thing sighted up and he'd be gone. You go after my chickens, I get really protective.
Yeah.
Whether you're human or otherwise, that guy with the car, I'm still ticked at him. But that fox, I sat out there with my 22, just waiting, show yourself, come back one more time. And you're not, just don't go after my girl. So, oh, Jace, why did I send you for winning the contest? Why did I send you the spice package? Should have sent you some pickled eggs. Oh my gosh. And don't go to some small bar and get a pickled
No.
egg. They're awful. Oh, they're gross.
No. He can send you his recipe.
Oh yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
I got my video out on the channel on how to make pickled eggs. They're just awesome.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the gate.
The hens are it's just by, I don't know if they're looking for more places to dust bathe or they're scratching for
They're just scratching.
bugs and just trying to.
Well, and they know that's the place that'll upset you the most, Dawn. So they, our girls, wherever I don't want them to dig, they're digging. So there you go. They're rubbery. I love. Okay, maybe I haven't had pickled beets, but so if you get some beets and pickle them, I'll give it a try. But regular beets, I think my mom made them for me.
Oh.
Did you show your work again here?
Oh yeah.
Holly just needs her hands busy all the time, so she's.
Yep. It's still the same project. I haven't gotten too far.
On camera.
Ooh.
And you know what? I did pull my Christmas list together, and a camera
Trail cam?
trail cam is not on there. I should look into one.
Yeah.
talked to a couple people that have a lot of.
And the other night too, I was out with the girls and
Weasel, skunk, and raccoon.
the coyotes were close, not super close, but I could hear them out howling and
They can walk all around
yeah.
the barn, unless they're going to sit and scratch.
Yep. They'd have to dig all night to get into the girls.
Fishers. Yeah, we've got coyotes, we've got raccoons. I haven't seen anything else on the ground other than the fox, but we've got eagles and hawks that I know we've lost a couple to.
We even had a juvenile hawk floating around here for a little while.
Yeah, and I've taken out the 22 and I'll just fire the gun to the side to get him to get up and fly.
Move on.
Yep, and we've got big block around the perimeter inside.
Yep.
What that's doing is also providing habitat for the mice to hide. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, broken heart. Yeah, I get it. Keep the game cams up. You know what? Luckily our neighbor has one dog. We have one neighbor.
Yep. She's got oh, now it's gone. Collie.
Lassie. Yeah.
So it's a collie. So it's not a bird dog. It's not anything like that. It's more of a herd dog. And she actually doesn't even pay the girls any attention, even if they wander over into their yard.
Yeah. They've been over into her yard. I'm like, can you just let the dog run a little bit just to shoo them back to our area? And the dog comes out and goes, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
dogs, boy, after seeing what happened at Lisa, Yogi Hollow Farm and some of that,
yeah.
Dogs are jumping on our name.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah. We have the video.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got it.
It's well, the ones in the bar, yeah, they're gross. Don't do that. Oh, here we go. Here's another roasted beets. Now we're gonna have beet beet month or something. Let's not get into that. I'm getting all these ideas here.
Here you go, Glenn. So yes, for sure.
Okay. I'm just trying to find the right one. I'm not Mr. Technical, so I want something just simple. You know what? I want to put it out, and then I want to be able to just pull the chip, put it in something, and have it show me all the pictures. That's all I want. I don't need all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, we'll see something. Yeah.
Starting a predator hunting guide service.
I like it.
Let's see. So let's see. Can we only use what we harvest? Okay, this is where the purpose, and I don't want to get into a bunch of rules. That's why I was going to get a net on, because I'm in my world, sometimes things are very black or white. There's not a lot of gray in there. It's kind of like, this is what it is. And what we thought about when I thought about it after seeing Annette's original, I think she did $15 per week. It was $50 for the month to spend on food stuff. I don't want to come up with a bunch of rules. The idea behind it was to look at what you have stored up, and if there was I don't want to be a prepper, and if stuff hits the fan, are you prepared? But it's partly that. How prepared are you if something were to happen? It is, but it isn't. So the idea is not to go to the store and stock your shelf, so all of a sudden you've got all this stuff. In my mind, the idea was, that's why we put it out last spring. In the Northern Hemisphere, you've got all summer to kind of prepare for it and to grow, raise animals. So the idea behind it was to raise animals, grow your garden, see what you could produce or trade for partner up with someone. You know, we'd never done meat chickens, so we partnered with Matt and Sarah, who are only like 12 miles from us, and now we've got 20 meat chickens down in the freezer. We traded eggs and veggies for an eighth of a cow. We sold a bunch of eggs from the egg fund that we've got, the profits from our eggs, took that out and bought, was it half a pig?
Yeah.
Half a pig. Had some rabbits out in my garden that were chewing on stuff. The 22 came out and I got them. Harvest. So the idea in my mind is, what could you do to prepare ahead of time and have it there? Now,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just preparing though has a lot of different shades to it. So I don't want to go and say it's only stuff that you raised or grew or animals or this or that. The idea is just to kind of, how prepared are you? And you know what, if you, hey, we're prepared because we did go to the store a lot and we stocked up, you know what, that there's a lot of different nuances to this whole challenge.
Yeah.
So I don't want to tell you what's right and what's not right. Everybody's a little different. In my mind, it was, I guess for us, how I would like to be self-sufficient on the farm. And that's why we got this place, was I want to grow my own food. I want to raise animals and have eggs and become self-sufficient.
But there's still some things that we can't provide for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Like the wheat and the flours and.
Well, we could, but right now, no, we can't. And I can't bottle Pepsi to make sure that I don't want to tell you what's right and what's wrong. That's the hard thing. And maybe we just need to do something on the $50 February, and I'll invite everybody that's in the challenge to come to the live and have a net. I just want to kind of go through that, because I don't want to be, I want people to do some videos to kind of show what they're doing and what worked and what didn't work. Be real honest what didn't work. Because right now I'm seeing like the beverage thing is we're shorthanded on that. So hopefully that made sense. I just don't want to get into being the policeman for the whole thing. I don't know. Uh-oh.
I like it.
All right. Send me some beets and I'll do we'll get some, you get some beets and you roast them, pickle them.
I'll do what I can to make them.
And just regular beets.
Enjoyable.
I don't know if I'll.
So thanks, Gwen. I'm still working on it, but we're getting there.
Can't afford the Wi-Fi. Oh, there's some trail cams that are way up there. Solar, yeah. I want to get a weather station that's solar, so I can have all sorts of weather data. I'm a weather nut, so that's on the list. Hint, hint. Let's see. I don't. Just to write, ask myself the question on the $50 February. Yep. Trying to Marianne or Marlene. The question. Maybe we need to just ask everybody what questions they have. It's just everybody's got a different feel for the $50 challenge, but maybe we need to get everybody together and kind of talk through it. I just don't want to.
No, I think that'd be a smart thing.
Have to legislate the rules, because in my mind there are some rules, but I think they're the rules that'll work for me and you.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell, hey Dawn, I don't want to tell you how you got to do the $50 February, because also you've got different circumstances. There's some people who have a couple. There's some people that are single. There's some people that have a bunch of children. There's people that have a big homestead. There's people that have a suburban lot. There's all these different takes on it that that influence what preparedness is. So I don't know. Hopefully that made sense. The cheaper one, yeah. Ants were getting into it. That's what I want to make sure I get a good quality one. So I'm not buying one, or I'm not getting gifted one and someone's paying for it. And then, 6 months later, we're buying another one. That's not what I'm all about. So, okay, everybody's wondering the same thing. I'm gonna talk to Lisa. Lisa's kind of my excuse me. I've been talking all weekend on my ham radio, so my voice is going. Lisa's kind of my IT director on some of this live stuff, so I need to get her to show me how to bring on a guest. Maybe I'll have Lisa and Annette on or something, and we can go through. Then I'll have an IT director on board in case something goes down. Oh, geez. I'm trying to think. Down in Missouri, Joey and Chris, and I'm blank on their channel, and he's got a bunch of game cams out, and he has like Trail Cam Tuesday or something, and it's great. But he shows what is going by and what camera he's using, and some of them are so unreal, the clarity and all that. So yeah. And we found some connections. So that's the interesting. How do you the idea of all the connections came from Eric and down in Texas, Brand's Promised Land Ranch. They were talking about partnering up with someone local. So Glenda, I don't know if you got the eggs and you can trade with someone and trade for some stuff like we did. Just ask around. You never know. Someone might not have eggs and they love them, and they've got so much cattle, they do a little something. So pantry video. Yep. You got to buy flour, sugar, some of that stuff. I don't know of many that could be totally independent. There's some that are darn close. Because I'd like to, once we do the $50 February challenge, I want to see what works, what doesn't work, and then how does that evolve for the such and such challenge 2024? What's the next step? We learn from it. Do we just do $50 again, or
does it have to go up because of inflation?
Oh, I was thinking, does it go down because we're better? So I don't know. There's a lot of there's a lot of nuance and gray areas. So everybody maybe think about that. If you're in the $50 challenge, think about it. You don't need to know. But you know what, Gwen, what I'm thinking is maybe once a week, we're going to sit down and talk about what we had. You know what? Here's what we had. And we noticed that we're eating a lot of eggs or something. We're having eggs at breakfast all the time because cereal is expensive, or Holly's been making bread, and so that takes up a little bit of filling where eggs, so it's toast and eggs. I was thinking once a week to do a video, what worked, what didn't work, what we're spending, what we've learned so far, and then kind of sum it up at the end. So I'm going to talk to Annette and see what we can, and animal feed. No,
it's just for
the food for me and Holly, $50
for the humans.
Yep. And if you've got a child, there's an extra $25 per child for the month. So it's just a preparedness. If stuff hit the fan, what would happen? All the there you go. Hey, welcome. I didn't see if you snuck in earlier. I am so sorry. Tony, you jumped in, and I don't know if Anne's with you, but hi, Tony. I didn't know if you snuck in earlier and I missed you. Sorry. Let's see. You know what? And we don't go to the store.
No, I mean, I do on a weekly, but just more to make sure we've got little things. But like this week, I think it was like $30,
which is great.
Yeah.
And we really haven't tapped into a lot of the squash and some of the stuff downstairs. No. So we need to. Our next step is getting a calendar out for February and start putting down recipes. Okay, we're going to make this day because it'll be good for leftovers for the next 2 days, and then we'll have this. And
and I know for me the most difficult part is going to be lunches at work.
what to pack to bring with you, and that could be leftovers. So how far behind am I? Oh, I'm only 3 minutes behind. Thank God. Henry Leslie Vermont's channel. Okay. Game cams. I just can't think of Joey and Chris's channel down in Missouri. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, you got that going on your phone. Blue's got the phone going.
Nice.
Bushnell. Yeah, well, you're hunting, so you know the best ones. Bear in the compost bin. That's right. You did have one. We are, thank God, out of bear country down here. So
yep.
Well, some people don't want to show their pantry just to show what they've got all. There's some people that really got some incredible pantries and it's stocked to the gills, and people don't want to show off all that they've got. Just in case. So let's see. I'm trying to keep up with that. We were talking about, are you ready for the winter? That was kind of what we were thinking about. You know, we've got our girls all tucked in and ready. The only thing we didn't really pull in, all the corn that was blowing around our place. I'd like to have harvested some more of that to bring that in for deep litter.
All the corn husks and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring that in. Let's see. Well, you know what? You've got a beautiful, huge garden out there, Leanne, and with cows and stuff, it sounds like you've got other things that you can bring in. I need you to set me up with milk or something. If anybody's got an orange grove and wants to set me up with some oranges, you'll be my best friend.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what, Daz, if anybody wants to look at a beautiful pantry, Daz has got it. I wouldn't even say we've got a pantry. We made some shelving. I'm waiting to kind of finish it. Holly's painting some stuff and getting it ready so we can really mark what we've got. We tried to organize. We're just trying to organize our basement better to fit more in there. So now that I've got 6 inches of snow on the ground and it's been single digits and blowing. Thanks, Jace. Way to rub it in. Turn the screws a little bit. I'm going to live through you for the next 6 months. So, yeah, there you go. Get ready. Yeah, we had a lot of people ask if we had a wood stove to heat our house, and we don't. I don't know where I'd put it, or I've never had one, so I've never heated a house. And
put it in the basement.
And if we heated the basement alone, that might,
heat rises.
Yep. I don't want the place smelling like smoke. But
no, I grew up with one. Mom and Dad had one, and it was in the basement, and it said heat rises, so it was always pretty good.
Yep. Having a blackout, having something.
Yep.
If everything went down, that's our next thing is I'd love to have power. We had power go out here one night while you were gone.
Spring, I was at the brew hall working, and
the power went down, and I went and got my generator out and started pulling, and realized that over the years the tank had deteriorated, and so gas was coming out. I couldn't get it started. So much for our backup. I mean, it showed a glaring gap in our preparedness. There you go. Clothes are overrated, Don. If that's where you can keep your pantry, then so be it. Yeah, it would be nice to have a wood stove. I just don't have it. I need a wood splitter first. We've got all the trees, and our friends help cut it down. Now I need to split it and dry it. There you go. Chopped jalapenos. My God, we could have set all of you up with jalapenos and green peppers this summer.
Yep.
With what we had. It is unreal. Well, there you go. I would love to get solar. I'd love to have some geothermal done. I just need to think through where and what and how and where it would go. I just need time to think it through.
Well, you should have some time this winter.
I know. Jace had a great video about his irrigation system in action. He's got all these nice pots, and the irrigation is watering all that. And I'm trying to think of how you put nice irrigation for the garden and still have it winter-proof in Minnesota, where stuff is literally frozen solid for 4 months.
Yep. You'd
Straight.
almost have to do like what they do for
Because there's got to be
yards.
a way to blow it all out completely. I don't want to blow it out mostly, because if you don't,
No,
it's
I
going
was
to crack.
just thinking the irrigation systems they do for yards.
Yep, and you got to blow it out with pressurized air and hope you get everything out. And at my last house, we had an in-ground sprinkler system, and they blew it out, and twice over 20 years, water didn't all get out, so it cracked. So I don't know, trying to think through. So much to think about. Oh. Yeah, Blue, you really do like to cook, don't you? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
6 foot shelving.
That's cool.
Yeah, what I built, and we'll do a video, but it's 8 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and there's probably 7 shelves, all the height of canning jars and stuff. So we have it all, the supplies in one area, all the finished product, all the stuff. We'll show it, but it was just, we had stuff all over. It was like, we need to consolidate all our canning into one area, because it was just, I don't know, it was just all over the place. So, you know what? We're at the top of the hour. It's kind of funny. I had an idea where the conversation, again, where we were going to go tonight, and we have been all over the place, but I love it. I love the conversation. And like, I forget who said, there's just so much knowledge in the group that gets shared that I appreciate that. If anybody needs help with stuff, I love designing stuff or coming up with ideas on things. The outdoor coop, that's literally a design out of my head. So sometimes I see stuff and I don't know, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Cheddar cheese soup. Holly made chili yesterday that was out of this world. So I might have a little something there.
Yep. And that the only thing I needed to buy for that was the chili powder and the beans.
We've got people from Texas on here. Don't say we put beans in our chili. I think
we already had that discussion.
Gwen will drop us. So here you go. Addict, I love milk. I do. And you're not so much on milk. I love it. Oh my. So anyways, there you go. Yeah. Dawn, sorry to type so much.
No, good.
That's what we love, is all the ideas that everybody's got here. So there you go.
And then right above it.
No beans. Chili needs beans. Mason Dixon. Jamie had whoops, we're there. Sorry, Jamie. Hey, welcome.
Yep.
We're just about done now. Oh, no way. No corn. No corn in chili. Although I've put sliced mushrooms in chili, and it's been awesome.
Yep. Corn's not too bad.
I don't do corn. Oh, not in chili.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get going here. I like the hour-and-a-half format, because it seems like an hour we get going, and then we could go for quite a bit longer.
Yeah, we started a whole.
We had bear chili yesterday. Oh, Matt,
there you
that's
go.
What. Oh, you've got chicken. So shoot, I was gonna say I'll trade you some bear meat for some eggs. Darn it, you've got eggs. That doesn't do me any good. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, next week we'll debate pineapple on pizza and do that. So, bear chili. I'd like to try that. I have never eaten bear, and I've had several friends who have hunted it, but I guess I've never been around them when they've cooked it. So, Interesting. Pumpkin puree and okay, now we're getting way off on a
Oh.
tangent. Now I'm going to be thinking about this all week, and it's going to bug me. No, you don't put pumpkin puree in chili. All right, we'll do that next time. I'll try to get Annette on here, and if you're a part of even if you're not a part of the $50 February challenge, we'll try to hone in on that a little bit, and we'll get off on chili. Apparently, everybody's got an idea of chili.
We already had that discussion.
I don't know. Yeah, no on the pumpkin puree. Okay, we're already into.
Yeah,
there you go. That was my initial thought. Ew. I don't know what I'm fine with rabbit because I've got rabbits. Maybe we'll figure a way to grind it. And then, okay.
Oh, and here's the question.
Oh, there you go. People always ask. Okay. No.
It is a doorway.
It is a doorway. That's my office back there. So I've got a tree back there. And my folks had a couple of Christmas trees. And when my dad passed away, that was one of his trees. And so we took that over. And so that's we've got a big window over this way that looks out on our yard to the south. And the first winter we were here, we had a couple of feeders out there and we had birds constantly. It was just birds all over. And it was right when the pandemic started. So we're staring at birds. This is our bird tree. So we've got everything from chickens and flamingos, and it's just our bird tree. We find bird ornaments. The other one is other ornaments and our travel tree. Yep. So every time, like we went to Puerto Rico, we got an ornament. We went to Hawaii, we got an ornament. Yep. Just when you hang them up, you go, oh yeah, remember when? So we love Christmas. Just the decorations, the whole season. You got to have some light going with all the darkness and snow outside. So I don't know. We love our trees. And everybody says we thought it was a reflection. No, it's not. So anyways, everybody have a great week. Yep. Thanks for joining us. It's fun to have all of you on here. It makes the end of my weekend perfect. So we appreciate all of you. Oh yeah. I don't think we do have a partridge in our bird tree. So no, we'll work on that.
Have to try to find one. We've got roosters, we've got owls, we've got cardinals, we've got chickens, flamingos.
And we need to do a video on our Christmas tree. We'll do Christmas tree collab. Everybody show their Christmas tree and how they decorate for the holidays. Yep. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, for those of you who are American this week, happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow, USA Wales in the World Cup. Go USA. And then Friday, Blue, USA England. Our friendship's off for the day, or at least for 2 hours. So everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Take care. Oh.